Everybody, I want to show you, if you're done with your zentangle, how to go ahead and add color to it and black and white to it. So here I have an image I'm working on in Illustrator. Before you move on to the next step, first thing you want to do is zoom in, first of all, and just check your work. What you shouldn't see are areas like this where there's gaps or overhangs like this. If you have two lines that need to be joined together, join them together. So if I just press the letter A, it's going to, see, watch what happens. If I just press the letter A, it brings up the direct selection tool. I grab that and I move this over, and you see that I'm just going to clean up any anchor points I have, any gaps, make that all touch. Okay, so once you've checked everything, make sure it looks good, not sloppy, that's important. And if you rush through your design, you're going to have to go back and do this now. But once you're done, you're ready to move on. So let me show you the trick here. I'm going to make 3 versions of this, at least 3. I can always make more. So I'm going to grab this artboard, and then if I just hold down the Option key and drag this over, there it is again. So I get an exact copy. It's called Artboard Copy 2, and it's see how that works. And now if I do it again, so again, Option, hold this down, drag. So if you're like, how'd you get that there again? It's that artboard tool right there. So once I have that, I hit escape, and now I have 3 versions of the same design ready to go. So the first version I'm going to leave alone. Second version, it's just important that your external layers are all enclosed. So if you have lines going somewhere and you need to, you can add a frame. I already have the frame put in, so I don't have to add it. And what I mean by frame is you would just draw a box, right? No stroke or no fill, stroke of black, and you just draw your frame around. Mine's already there, so I'm good to go. So I can take all these now, select all this with the selection tool, and then Object, Live Paint, Make. It's that easy. And now that I have that, if I go to Window, Swatches, bring this up, got all my swatches to choose from and then some, and I can always make more. So like if I wanted to add another swatch to this, like let's say I make a very lovely green color here, I can just drag the swatch over and see the little plus key shows up, and now I have a swatch there. So if I hit the letter K, you can see this is what's showing up and what's not, and I see I have a problem here. For some reason this isn't being acknowledged, which concerns me, so I'm going to select it, Object, Live Paint, Make, and no, it's part of it. I don't know why it's not acknowledging that. That's a little disturbing. Go to my layers, make sure nothing's locked. I don't see anything that's locked. Okay. I'll have to figure out what's going on there in a minute. See, I have all these sub layers, so I have to really check this out and see what's going on. Let's find this layer. So if I click here, there's my sub layer. There it is, and it's acknowledging its existence. So I'm not sure what's doing that, but anyway, if I hit the letter K and I came in with like the color black, I can do that. And for this one, it doesn't just have to be black and white. It could also, you could also focus on grays and things like that as well. So you get the idea here. It's pretty easy. I'm probably going to want to think a little bit about contrast. Like I probably don't want to put a light gray next to a light gray, but that's how that works. For the third design, once I'm ready to, again, it's the exact same thing. Grab it all, Object, Live Paint, Make. And now I have that. And for the third one, I might want to pull up my color wheel and take advantage, because for the third one, what I'm asking you to do is to choose an analogous, complementary, or monochromatic color scheme. A little trick with the swatches is if I click here and go to Open Swatch Library and go to Scientific, you can't see that from where you are. Let me move this over. Open Swatch Library, Scientific again. And look, there's an analogous, complementary, triad. I'm going to go to analogous, and it just automatically kind of saves me a little bit of time. It's not giving me the tints and tones, so like if I want this red, but maybe I'm going to grab like this color red instead, I can do that. And again, I hit K, and I can come in here and pretty quickly mess with what I have, as long as I'm just using straight up the same tones. Oh, I see. I don't have that touching over there, so that's why that's the way it is. So it's pretty easy, I think, to play around with this and make this. But that's how you do it. You're gonna have 3 separate artboards, and everything's gonna be together on one like that.